Hello, hello, and welcome back to another fabulous and wonderful episode of Disney Dreamlight Valley. Now today's fabulous and wonderful episode, we are doing an Eternity Island tour video. And I'm super excited to show this off to you guys. I've been working hard over the last month or two trying to decorate everything I possibly can. Unfortunately, the Glittering Dunes doesn't have too much going on for it, but I think everything else makes up for what you don't see in the Glittering Dunes. So why don't we go ahead, pull up a chair, grab some popcorn. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that notification bell, especially if you love the content I'm about to show you guys. And I hope y'all enjoy this tour. Now, before we get started on this fabulous and wonderful tour, we must all say hello to my favorite tour guide, Stitch over here.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Now, we're going to start over here at the Pirate Islands, I basically call it. So here we have our Fountain of Youth. You know, I thought this was a really good spot for it. It kind of fit pretty well over here, to be perfectly honest. I thought it really, goes with the theme that I'm trying to go for, which is basically a treasure room. It's, well, basically that, just a treasure room. It's like a ruined building, all torn down because a boat crashed into it, and now the treasure and what's left of the wall still stand. I don't know, I was just making stuff up as I went along when it came to that little section there, because it's kind of hard to work with some of these tinier sections. But this, on the other hand, was pretty easy. This is like a little spa, outdoor bar section, very beachy, very cool. I liked it, definitely filled in the area nicely. Then over here we have Maui and Moana's place. Basically here is kind of the same thing I had when I originally had them over at Pirate Island. They got the cool statue, we got a nice little seating area back here, and of course, Moana, she's got a nice little yard over here with our favorite little rooster, Hey, who I absolutely love. He's so adorable. It's still the same beachy vibe I like to give them because it's the only kind of vibe that really fits with them. Now up here we have our little market area, nothing too crazy, just Goofy's stall, a couple little fruits and veggie stands, and of course Gaston's little meat stall. I wanted to kind of get the same idea I had back on my OG Valley with a little marketplace area. And then here we have Scrooge's place. I gave him something a little bit different than on the Valley. He's got like a junkyard almost, just basically items I don't really know what to do with, so I put them all right there. And then over here we have my little section, basically just a little chill section for me.
See this? Oh, look how big you are. Oh, this is very nice. Hey, we gotta get this framed.
So over here we have the Monsters Inc.'s house with a cute little yard. I don't know if I necessarily want to keep this house over here, but I haven't found a house that I really want to replace it with. And over here, this is my house. I really like this fall house, I'm not gonna lie. Then over here we have our crafting station, our time bending station, our cooking station, and then just a little sitting area for my intros and stuff like that. Of course, we have our Mickey pumpkin and some mausoleums right here to kind of really decorate the area out. Then we have a little, candy stand, popcorn stand, and then Fairy Godmother's house, which I gave her still a magical yard, but not as much as full of pumpkins as it once was back on my regular valley, but I like it. This over here, of course, is the gazebo with the whale kind of tucked in the corner. It actually turned out quite nice. I wasn't sure how that was going to play out, but it was very pretty. Then over here we have our orchard full of all our fruits and stuff that we can pick. Unfortunately, it's a little bare, but it is what it is. Then over here we have Remy's little restaurant. I want to do something a little bit different than what I have on my actual valley, and I think this turned out pretty cute. It's got a very nice fancy texture going on with all this gold and black color schemes going on, and the fancy tables and stuff like that. It's a little bit more classier than the one on the valley. Don't get me wrong, I love the one on the valley, but that one's nice. And then the last little section for our ancient landing is back here, which is Vanellope's Racetracks, I like to call it. Now, what we're basically looking at right here is the winner's circle or something like that, where, once the race is done, we're going to all get... Hello? Oh, come on, give me a break, will you?
You're in charge. Shall I practice my...
Not now, Scar, not now, Scar. Alright, well, let me reset and we'll be right back. Okay, so we got that sorted out. Yeah, guys, I am so sorry. I don't know why that keeps happening. That's the third time today where it's like the camera gets hung up on a piece of furniture or something. Anyway, this is the winner's circle for Vanellope's racetrack where everyone will come and celebrate. Then we have a crafting station here, or to fit with the theme, you can call it a pit stop. And then we have Vanellope's house here, which actually surprisingly goes very well over here. Like, I didn't think it would, but with the pathing and of course the lollipop decorations really just tie everything in. Then we have our audience section here where people can sit down, cheer, and eat. And then of course just the remainder is a really cool track. That's about it. The cool track with all the cool vehicles just racing around and shit like that. But I really like the way this turned out overall. The way things are laid out here, it's extremely beautiful. Now, I'm going to be honest, it was a little difficult working with some of these smaller areas, especially with areas where it's wide ass open, but I can't place anything. I'm specifically looking at that one spot by the pier, like dead ass. That irks the hell out of me. But I think everything overall turned out extremely well. Everything from the Pirate Island to Maui and Moana's place, to my little section here with Scrooge's and Remy's and then of course Vanellope's. It all turned out extremely beautiful, well lit, well themed. Even though you wouldn't think these themes would mesh very well, they actually do. It comes together as a very nice ancient landing area. I personally like the way everything has turned out. It's very bright and colorful. And like I said, the theming of each area is really on point, and it fits around the ancient landing extremely well. And like I said, it was more difficult trying to work around some of the smaller sections because I didn't know necessarily how to fill out a lot of these areas without adding like a whole bunch of seating areas, you know, just a bunch of like quote unquote hangout areas and stuff like that. So I was very happy that I was able to kind of dig into my imagination a little bit and pull out, you know, the Pirate Island. Even though we've all done Pirate Island before on our regular valley, it was nice to bring it over here and give it a shot. And of course, Vanellope's racetrack was also extremely fun to make. But enough gushing about Ancient Landing and how beautiful everything turned out. And why don't we go ahead and move on to a bit of a smaller area that took me, I think, about like 3 days to come up with some ideas with. But let's go ahead and head over to the Glittering Dunes. Now over here at the Glittering Dunes, like I said, I don't really have much going on, and it's mainly because there's not a lot of theme items that go perfectly well with a desert theme, to be honest. So maybe when Agrabah shows up, we'll have more to put out, but for now, we have our wishing well, which is kind of like a mini oasis, you know, a come hither and drink out of me. Then down here is this little pathway to the actual oasis. I just, you know, kind of decked it out with a bunch of bushes, lights, and of course the Beauty and the Beast fountain, which is beautiful. And then over here is one of my favorite sections. This is the evil villain lair, which, you know, basically all the evil villains get together. They do potions, they craft evil items, or write poetry, and they sacrifice souls or whatever. I don't know. I just really like the concept here. And then, of course, we have this spare building, which I'm going to do a whole, like, evil theme for everybody. Then here we have, like, a mad scientist section here with all the electrical components and just some more, you know, evil studying they can do. I don't know. I want to go with like a real evil lair theme, and I think that turned out extremely well. Then over here we have Jafar's yard. Yes, I did give him a yard, not because I think he deserves one. It's just because I need something to go over here. So we have, you know, a nice little seating area, a little oasis for him. You know, something I think he would really like to hang out in, to be perfectly honest. I don't know what Jafar likes, but, you know, I did my best. And then as you see, all this and the plains is mainly just trees and shit like that. But the biggest thing is this oasis. Now, I love this oasis because this is my paradise. So I really want to do something a little different here, especially with the view up there of my favorite little mountain demon. But we got a little canoe, we got, you know, a lovely bath, of course my little crafting section here. And then Goofy's stall to make things easier, the well, a little pet, little decorations and seating area. You know, just something that's really nice that if I was to find a random oasis would be something I would love to hang out in. And then, of course, up here is just our Bald Mountain demon dude that we all love that comes out at night. and just like night thorns and stuff like that. You know, nothing too crazy, but yeah, like I said, it's just a bit of a small area for sure, but I think it turned out extremely cute. I wish I really did have some more furniture to decorate, because I feel like I don't really have much going on with the Borderlands or with the planes or anything like that, but what I do have decorated, I think it's really cool. Like, I love the concept of having, you know, an evil villain section. And maybe, just maybe in the future, I might move a bunch of my evil villains over here to hang out and chill and stuff. This could be their section. I don't know. We'll just have to see what the future holds when it comes to this land. But for now, it satisfies me. It's the best that I can be satisfied with the Glittering Dunes, being that it is a weird kind of biome to work with, because again, it's a desert theme and we don't have a lot of desert items, but you know, it is what it is. We gotta take it for what it is, and maybe in the future we'll have some more beautiful items we can add to really fill out this section. But why don't we go ahead and move on to a section that is fully decked out, and that is the Wild Tangle. So with the Wild Tangle, I literally brought the theme park over here. This was the main section I was most excited to decorate, because there's so much to work with. So we have our entrance here, which is just like a basic welcome center. You know, you got the basic necessities, food, souvenir shop, a great picture opportunity with Walt's statue. And then as you travel up here, we have our arcade section. Now, I do have Woody's house here because it kind of fits in with the, you know, toy theme that I kind of have over here. Again, it's an arcade section. The only theme I could think of was, you know, Toy Story, because of mainly this, the prize section here. But I think this is really cute, and it actually fits very well in this little tiny area over here. And then up here we have kind of like the daycare children's section. You know, the kids can get hopped up on candy and have a great time. You know, we got a little dollhouse to play with. We have an assortment of tables and other toys they could play with. And of course we have TV time, book reading time. You know, just a cute little section to bring the little kids if this was a real theme park. And then we have our main attractions here. We have the Ferris wheel with the whale in the back, and of course the cute little boat. The fully intact one, by the way. The broken one's in the lagoon section, but we'll get there when we get there. We have our teapot ride, our up ride, and we also have the Monsters Inc. ride over here. You know, it's a bit of a strange theme, especially the rainforest, but I think, you know, rainforest meets toys, like this statue right here, it's very, very cute. Then we just have this little basic area of another souvenir, you know, snack area, a little seating area. And then we have, of course, our Slinky Dog ride. This is basically where all like the big main rides that I really like are. And then down here we have, you know, kind of a restaurant chill area. You know, we got the balloon rides in case kiddos want to go on the balloons and go up and down. We have our Pizza Planet restaurant right here with a fully decked out food all over the table. Then we have a really cool concert venue here. You know, very small, but I thought it fit very nice over here. Then we have a little like bar area where everyone can come, eat, drink, do whatever. I thought it was very cute. Went very well with this area, especially with these tables. Then I made Maribel's house the Cabana Club. Don't ask me why, it just happened that way. And of course my crafting station. And then the most beautiful part is what I did with the fountain here. And of course the piano and stuff like that. Very cute area, you know, it's got plenty of room for me to expand on, especially in the back behind Maribel's house. So it works out overall. And then over here we have the Alice in Wonderland Heads Maze, which is a section I was very excited to get to. So we have back here a little picnic, quiet area where you could fish and be with the person you really like and shit like that. Then over here we have just a little open reading area where you can sit down, read, get lost in the world of flowers and heads mazes, especially back here with the caterpillar statue. Then back over here on this side, you know, go to the Whispering Woods, and we have the Mad Hatter's Tea Party section here. I know a lot of people have this section, But I wanted one too. I really like Alice in Wonderland. It's one of my favorite Disney movies I ever grew up on. It was very cute and wacky and shit. So I really wanted it. Then over here we have another romantic picnic area with the figment flower statues and of course all the vine pumpkin lights that are just hanging around with a bit of cherry blossoms sprinkled around. Very cute area, absolutely love it. Now up here, I didn't really do anything too crazy. It's just a little walkway, you know, nothing too big. But over here is where the rest of the rides are at. So we got our well, we got the magic carpet ride here, which is a little bit of the desert meets tropical rainforest theme. Then we have our little spaceship ride with the aliens. I love the fact that I have them all lined up just waiting to get on the ride. Then over here we just got another little souvenir section, you know, take pictures, eat a pretzel, stuff like that. Then we have the Dumbo ride, which again, it's not a Disney theme park without the Dumbo ride. Overall, I quite enjoy the way the theme park has definitely come together. Now, I chose the Wild Tangle over the Glittering Dunes because the Glittering Dunes is a couple of big sections put together. This has a couple little small sections put together, and I really wanted the challenge of creating the theme park around these little areas, and not only that, around the tropical forest theme. And I think it did a really good job, and it really challenged me to kind of think outside the box when it comes to certain rooms and areas. You know, we have like the cool welcome center, the arcade, we have the Alice in Wonderland Hez Maze, and of course the restaurant eating area, then all the rides and stuff. And I think it turned out extremely cute and extremely well. I love the pops of colors. I love the lighting I have. I love the extent of this whole theme park overall. It is very beautiful and grand. And I definitely have room to expand on it in the future. But we'll just have to see how everything plays out in the future. Sadly, guys, that is the end of our island tour. I hope everybody who has watched, is watching, will watch. I hope you enjoy. I hope everybody has a fantastic and a wonderful night. And hopefully I see y'all for the next and wonderful installment of Disney Dreamlight Valley. But until then, my friends, y'all take care.